Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A pleasure to be here bringing you the Angel's perspective for the month of December. Thank you and welcome. And for those ones who are joining us for the first time, welcome. And what is the Angel's perspective? The Angel's perspective is a channel message where my guides, the angels, and other beings high frequency of love and light will share with us the energy of the month, the overall energy. So what is it that we need to know today? What is that we need to, where we need to put our energy? And they will give us some guidance, some support in how to navigate the energy. In other words, I like to say that they help us to surf the wave rather than be tumble on the wave. So the intention of this message or the intention of their perspective is to help us to navigate this a little bit more smoothly, knowing what is happening and why we are feeling the way we are feeling, and reminding us where to focus, where we need to put our energy. So this is the angel's perspective, and I really can't believe it is already December, which it has been a quick and fast year, I believe. And I have to say that this year specifically, but for the past few years, we have all been going through so much change. And I truly feel that all these changes have been in a good, positive way, even though we might have had few of those experiences not being so nice or very comfortable. Those actually, they have been helping us to move towards where we want to go, and to be more aligned with ourselves and what our true purpose in here. So those experiences are helping us to be more in alignment with ourselves and helping us to move towards the places that we want to go, that we want to be, and the things that we actually want to come and do here on Earth this time. So it is hard when we are going through those stages because we tend to focus into they always say we focus into the chaos part, the chaotic part. We feel like we're losing things or things are not working for us. But those are the moments of potential changes, the possibilities. They are the moments where it helps us to go and look at the other side and say, it's that way. So we have sometimes to experience those things in order for us to see where we need to be heading. So at the end, there is no wrong or right way when we do things. Sometimes we take a little bit of a longer route, let's say, and then we are always aligned. We are always guided. We are always protected. And when we are more aware and we are conscious of that help, that assistance, then the magic happens. We tend to forget that we can have their support, our angels, our guides, source, whoever you believe and you like to connect with, you have their assistance at 24/7. So when we ask for their assistance and we thank for their assistance, the magic happens. It's not like they don't do it if we don't ask for it, but they will always put situations and people in our ways. However, in order for us to see those magic, those miracles like that we see on TV perhaps, or the ones that we will expect to see, they will only happen if we ask for them, because they respect what is called the free will, right? So they will, even though they know, some people will say, well, how is that possible if they know what I need or what I want? Why they just don't send it? Because we have to ask. And the more we ask, the more we will get. It's just very simple. They will respect our free will. If we don't want to, we don't need to. Sometimes we all have tried at some point trying to help someone, and they don't want to be helpful. They don't want to hear our advice. They don't want to hear the message. They don't want to hear anything. So there's nothing that we really can do. So we have to just give their space. And then when they are ready, then is when everything will be receptive and everything will be taken in a different way. So with this introduction, I would like to say that it is such an honor and a pleasure for me to be here once more and bringing this beautiful message from the angels and the guides and the earth. Actually, this time she also would like us to know that she is so present with us more than ever, and recognizing our connection and who we are the earth ourselves. It is so important at this time. So let's begin to know that this month brings so much information. So be open for healing information, to healing information. And the healing information comes from people, can come from something so simple like a lyric, a music, in a song. Perhaps it's just knowing. It is something that you just, something that comes to you that makes you feel good. And it just brings healing to your mind, to your heart, to your soul. You just know that this is what you needed. And perhaps it also comes with this, the opportunity to do many changes. And those changes are the healing part. So be aware what the things are being presented to you, because that energy is present for all of us, and it's vastly different than how you will receive it, and how I will receive it is accordingly in what is it that each one of us individually needs it. So be aware of that, and because that information and that insight is coming, it is important for our path, and we will have dramatic changes in our lives, because perhaps there's information that comes that we have to do a decision, a big move. For example, we have to move jobs, or we have to do something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, and this energy is just helping us to do that little extra step, that it gives us a little push. And perhaps there's already a lot of people who have already been working with this for the past 3 years, 2 years, a year, or just started, and they're in the process. So this energy will help to move more rapidly, just to bring more fuel to the manifestation, because there's so much energy with that. We just had a month of great energy with the portals of the November 11th and the 22nd, in all those solar eclipses, and we have had these new moons and full moons with so much energy with all these alignments, and that energy help us to do so much if we are aware of what is the best way to utilize this energy for our highest good. Because if we are conscious of that, we can actually manifest, and we can also understand why perhaps sometimes we are feeling the blues, or what is something, what is happening inside of us. Sometimes we're moving things that we don't know, and it's cleansing, and it's moving emotions that perhaps we thought in the past we have already dealt with them, and they're still coming more out. So it's just letting us know there's a little bit more to move. We're doing a huge cleansing. So the earth is changing. The earth is rising her vibration. The earth has, right now, she's moving into a different vibrational state. It's going in a higher frequency. And as we will say, for example, ourselves, when we decided to become more aware of the way we are eating, our health, right? So we want to do exercise, we start eating healthy, so we start cleansing and cleaning, and those toxins are moving. This is exactly the same thing as the earth is doing, because she is alive, and she's going through this process. And as she's going through that process, we are feeling the same thing. We are going through the same process, since we are the earth ourselves too. We are part of her. We are not just visiting here. We are so much from the stars, and we are right here from the earth. And knowing that will help us to understand the importance to be aware of that. And how can we be heart-centered and grounded here? Because there is a reason why we are all here at this time, at this moment, and we have chosen to be here. So keeping that in mind will make it easier sometimes know that we have a place for us to be here. This is the place for us. We are needed here, and we are welcome here. And this is our home too. So these energies that we have right now all around the universe, and the earth and the solar system, all of that is helping us to move faster into the energy of manifestation. So anything that you've been wanting to do, perhaps you already know, or you have seen, that is just kind of happening a little bit faster, even the things that we don't want. That's why it's so important to become aware of the things that we are wanting to. Are we paying attention how we are asking or putting our intentions out there into the universe? Are we talking about, I don't want this to happen, or I would love to experience this? If we ask from the fear side, we will manifest the things that we don't want. So let's just be aware of that. You don't want to lose your job. So thank you, and thank you, universe, guide, angels, God, whoever you like to ask, and say thank you for my new job or the job that I have, and just set that intention right there, not the things that you don't want. So information can come in many, many ways. So just become aware of how it's coming. Pay attention to information that makes you feel inspired, makes you feel warm. It'll be supportive for you, for your well-being. So it's important to know how it feels within you and it resonates with you. That's how you know this is vital information for you. That's how you know that is your information, that is your confirmation. So also the energy that we all, the spirit of the whole energy this month will be feeling the need of feeling safety and security. So it is important for us to be surrounding ourselves with protected energy, meaning with positive people and places that makes you feel good and safe. It's important for the human evolution and for a human to be in a place where we have that support. The sense of being supported is so important in order to honor ourselves and really be in the place where we need to be. Often we have put ourselves, or we are in places that we don't really like to be, but we are there because we feel that this is the only place we want to be accepted. We want to be part of something, and we don't honor that part of ourselves that says we should be doing this, and I should be, seeing these people. So be aware of the people that are around you. The new people that is coming in your life, in your path, especially the ones that you feel comfortable with, the ones that you can be yourself and you can talk, and you don't feel that you should hide perhaps your views or what you do. So when we do this, we will create that supportive energy for all of us, for all the people, but as well, we help others to do the same, especially because there's many, in fact, I would say for perhaps 99% of the people, sometimes we would like to be honest and say, I don't like this, but we feel that we have to be there in order to fit in or be part of something. And I think when we honor that part, people will notice, and people will say, oh, you know what? That person did that, and it must be feeling so good that she or he has decided, perhaps saying, no, I will stay home today because I'm just feeling tired. I don't feel like going out, and honor that and just being honest that this is how I feel without going to the extent of lying to say, oh, I'm gonna have something else to do. I'm sick. I'm gonna go, trying to find the little white light that can give us that protection, the support, and the reason why we're not going. So right now we are honest that I just don't feel like it, or just doesn't resonate with me. So people will notice that, and they will feel the vibration of that, which will make them feel so curious about it, and they would like to experience the same thing. So sometimes at the beginning it might feel a little bit odd, and the first reaction of someone when we are doing something different will be, what is wrong with you? What is happening to you? Right? This is not good. This is not you. Because rather than seeing that as a great thing, it just kind of makes them feel like, oh, I would like to do the same thing, and just this is a protection, that they will have a reaction that people will have, and we all have that, especially when we see someone changing, or that deep inside the soul, on the inside, we know that we have to do the same changes. We will have to take action ourselves towards the things that we need and honor ourselves. So it's important to be surrounded by that type of energy and places that you feel comfortable, and you will always know what is the best place for you because it feels right. It's never a place, or you will never get information that is not in your highest good, especially if you hear something that is positive, like so clear to say you are really good at math, for example. That is a real comment from your angels, God, your soul source telling you that. But if you hear you're better than someone else, then there's the ego involved into that. There's some truth of that because you are good at it. But when you hear that you're better than someone else, or you're limited to say you're not ready, or you're crazy for thinking to do this, even though there is something you need to do, those are the things, the moments when you know when is you and when it's not you, when it's your mind. And the mind is not bad. Let's remember that the mind is our protection, our ego is our protection. It helps us to be safe here, and we need it. Otherwise, we would not be able to be here on earth. It is our personality. So cherish this important part of ourselves. It is so important to just integrate the both sides. We can just not be one or the other. Things that can help us to feel ourselves grounded. That's an important thing with all this energy moving and new things coming, and how you keep yourself grounded, where you need to, focus and where you need to pay attention is to be grounded, but also dreaming, because with this energy of movement and manifestation, which is happening quite fast, it is dreaming of the new journey. Go inside to discover insights and information. Follow the guidance that you receive. What is the soul telling you? Because the opportunities will bring you new experiences, and there will be new opportunities for you, and those opportunities are in your highest good. So the reality is that right now the energy is so powerful that you can manifest many things quite rapidly, and so being conscious of that will make us, it will be easier for us to say, okay, I'm gonna take advantage of this energy. It's like something, like it's already happening. It is raining, and it's like, whoa, right now my plants are getting water, right? It's just kind of the same thing. We are not using anything. It's just utilizing things that are in our highest good, and it's in balance. So this perception, this energy will bring us a perception of we will be more aware that there's many things that we might have to let go, and that will become perceptions, expectations, all the ideas and how we were supposed to do things and what to do and what to believe. So their energy will be so present that being heart-centered and grounded will be the key, okay, to go through this process and visualizing and focusing in the things that you really want to, and the guidance that you have received. What's your soul telling you? You should take that opportunity or not. You should go here or there. Taking action, because that when we know that we have to let go, perhaps the old job, the old idea, it is nerve-wracking, and it will bring vulnerability for ourselves. And we feel like, I'm going to be able to do this. And this is not a bad thing. It's just a great experience for us to explore something. And remember, there is no fail. There is no failure in any way. There's only experiences that we go through. The failure that we call, it is just the ego setting something in structure and an outcome. There has to be a specific way, and if it doesn't come that way, then we feel that we have failed. But if we see that possibilities are there, we actually limit ourselves quite often, because we are asking the universe for this box that is, square, and it has a blue ribbon. But because we are so focused into that and our expectation is there, we do not see the wider and bigger perspective of perhaps this massive, beautiful golden star that is right here. We are receiving something even better and bigger, and we don't see it because we are focusing, I don't have my blue house, my blue box with the blue ribbon. So allowing yourselves to step back and see things from a higher perspective, and just kind of let go the old ideas to some extent, and because you will see the need of doing that, and just trusting on the unknown. It is hard for us because we would like to control every aspect of things and how everything should work, and it will bring us a security to know that if I quit this job and I have this job, I already have that payment. That would be like an ideal situation, and it could happen. I'm not saying it cannot happen, but often it will take a leap of faith, right? And perhaps the moment that you quit the job and you do it, then you get that clarity. And sometimes it just takes to go into the path of the unknown, and just things will align as you go. So many, I know in the past few years, they're already in this path, and they're, quite already more into the into the process and the mood, and this energy will continue helping and refining a little bit more about the ideas and expectations of things. But then for the people who are just starting, just know that, recognizing that letting go of ideas will allow you to move forward and see things differently and have an experience in new opportunities. So this also, with the perception of, changing the old ideas and everything, will come the desire, this fire, this inner fire that exists within us, and igniting our passion. So you will feel the need, if you haven't already at this point, is the need to be successful and happy, right? And it will become so strong, like I need to do something, and something that makes you feel happy and joyful. So that's exactly where you need to go. Stay with the energy of being happy and joyful. Do things that makes you happy. Do things that you enjoy. Even if it's going outside and play with the ball or going for a walk, doing these things, you will be able to see more clearly where you really want to go. And you also can recognize all the success that you have. Where were you 3 years ago? Okay, they will say, just kind of look back a little bit, and just with the intention to see where you were 3 years ago and where you are right now. All the changes, all the things that happen, they have moved you to different stages in your life and moments of your life that, got you here right now. And none of that is, you're not the person that you were 3 years ago. It's so much different now. And recognizing all those successes, even the most small ones that we might say, oh, it wasn't nothing, just, I drink more water and that's just all I do now, 3 years ago. And now, well, that success is huge, because before you were not able to do it. Now you are able to do it. So you have to recognize that it wasn't easy. Now you do it. You drink more water. And perhaps sometimes we put these intentions in a month, like I will do, like right now when it starts at the beginning of the year, we have the resolutions, going to the gym. And if we go with the intention, with which intention we are going, and we are in balance and we understand why we want to do that, we will succeed with that. But if not, and sometimes we, I don't know, we don't go every day. We perhaps in the whole month we went only 20 times, and we feel that we failed because I didn't do a 30-day challenge or whatever. Recognizing that you did 20 days and it's huge, and recognizing yourself that you got yourself, that you noticed that well, you didn't finish it, but you did 20, and it was good, because before you didn't do anything. That's the beginning of a change. Becoming aware of the things that we do. So be more aware and more conscious of the things that we say, we do, the reason behind of all the things that we do, the action that we have. So that energy of the fire, the inner fire, will just impulse so much energy that will bring us more the desire to do the changes and take action. So what do you really want? What do you want to experience? Where do you want to go? Why are you doing what are you doing? Why is the reason? Is it something that you like? Is because you want to, or because you are following someone else's instructions or expectations from someone else? Are those your fears or not? So when we dig in this information, it will help us to know truly the reason behind it. What sometimes we just do things in our unconscious way, subconscious mind is working, and we are just acting like a robot. So we don't know why we do things. So we do it because we're supposed to do this, and we don't honor that part. And as I said before, when we do honor our part and our purpose in the things that align with ourselves and who we really are, and we embody our true selves, we bring that frequency to other people, and they will like to do the same thing. So we help them. We become these lighthouses for others, and they become the lighthouses for others. And everybody has that potential to be the light for others, the way show to do things. And even if we think there's nothing that I can show to be the light for someone because my life is amazing, many people will say the truth it is not. You actually have so much experience in your life that you can help others to see the light. And there will be people that will see your experiences, your life, your ways that can motivate them and help them as well. So know that. And maybe perhaps majority of the time people will not say that, but it is there. Know that there's a ripple effect in every single thing that we do. So the emotions and feelings will be in the direction of, again, being on earth and home, the security, the protection, wondering where we are supposed to be, where is the best place for us. So there is so much sense of energy moving around the world right now that we will feel like, I don't know, where is the best place to be, right? There's so many things happening. So just know, and this is where the earth brings her message for us today, where she would like us all to know that she has everything for us. And as a mother, she will always provide with the things that we need in order for us to survive. We have shelter, we have food, we have anything, water, plants. And if we connect with that again, which all this information already exists within us, it's just to open and activate that information, to remember that we are the earth ourselves too, and that we can connect and we can be in balance. That she will always bring everything that we need. Our needs are covered. It is just to ourselves understand and remember how to be in balance with that. Something that I will also share more ahead with you guys is there was this extended message of this where she will say to us, you know, do you remember, do you know how to perhaps plant some seeds and how to grow cucumbers or tomatoes? And many we have the idea, and perhaps we have one little plant in our homes and everything. But with all these changes that happen in the earth, and sometimes we move to different places, perhaps someone who has land and now moves right now to an apartment for some reason, or someone from an apartment and goes to the land. I mean, sometimes we encounter things that we see now more often with weather changes, with patterns and volcanoes and earthquakes and all that kind of stuff happening. That what would happen if we can go to the supermarket? Are we able to sustain ourselves? Are we able to know how to grow food? And if we don't have the land, perhaps you are the person who had the land before and now you have the knowledge and you can share the knowledge with the one who has now the land. And maybe someone else has the seeds to plant the potatoes or carrots, whatever that might be. So creating that support space and understand that we don't have to do that, but if we bring that and we keep that in mind, we will be able to bring that forward and we don't forget those important things, right? I guess I was quite surprised sometimes when children, especially in bigger cities, they will, where the chickens come from, the supermarket, right? So losing that connection is what is keeping us out of balance. And she was saying, if we give ourselves some time to sit with her, sit on her lap and listen to what she has to say, sharing and together, playing and creating a new world, a world full of colors and beautiful songs and happiness and joyful, we can do that. As I said earlier, the earth is changing, it's moving, it's cleansing herself. So as she does that, she moves, the earth moves, the energy moves. So when we are moving, we move energy in our bodies, whether we do Reiki, we do yoga, we remove things in our energy field, the energy is doing the same thing. So she just wants us to know that when we see that, you know, there is a change of pattern and sometimes in the weather, it is also her way of letting us know that she's becoming healthy and she's changing. And she just wants us to know that we can work together and everything is going to be okay because there's always going to be enough for all of us. So she cares for us and she will never, ever, ever leave us. We have that support as we have the support from our angels and guides. Another thing we need to do, and they were saying, is where we can put our attention in action, and that will be in our heart. So if we're able to be heart-centered, open our heart, so that's going to be the key point for us to letting the love to lead the way, to lead the path. Love yourself and allow and let yourself be loved. Welcome new opportunities for the heart, new relationships, new ways to experience love with everyone, with your family, with your partner, with your husband, with your children, with friends, with Earth herself, with everything it is. New ways to experience love, because love is everything. This is just the highest frequency of energy could exist. And when we allow ourselves to experience that, we will live a different life. And understanding that when we are heart-centered and present right here with this a portal to the connection to all that is, and we connect with the compassion, with the unconditional love, and the love, the giving and receiving love in equal ways, it is the key to manifest, to experience life in a different way. So keeping that in mind when people comes to you and helping and sustaining safe spaces for everyone, and allow yourself to experience and love in different ways, the way that you interact with your husband, your wife, your partner, new ways of showing your love, the way that you care for the earth, for your husband, your wife. It's just an immense and so many opportunities and possibilities. That's where it lies. Everything. The key is right here. Our connection. Okay, when we stay right in the middle. So also directing our energy and intention to allow ourselves to withdraw and recharge would be very important. Caring for ourselves is so important, because when we rest, we can hear more clearly anything that our soul is saying, what the guides are saying, what God is saying, what the angels are saying, and we can see things more clearly. So meditation is a really good practice to do. As I have said many times before, and they always share with me, sometimes you don't have to sit and meditate with your eyes closed in one spot. Walking meditation is beautiful. If you step outside, whether you're in the forest or in the city, you can actually work on that, especially if you want to challenge yourself going in the city and trying to turn off the noises, from the cars and everything, and just concentrate on your breathing as you're walking, or just concentrate in your stepping, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, for example, for the next 2 minutes. That's a way of meditation. It's a way of being present, but you all here in this place, in this moment, not thinking about what you're supposed to be doing. And one thing to remember too is that when we meditate, it is almost it's so difficult to shut the mind, and there will be thoughts coming in our way. Did I close the door? Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I can't do this meditation. It's just, I can't shut my mind. It's actually something that you need to know, that not necessarily that is the case, that you have to shut your mind. It's just not to give attention to that. The thoughts will be there. It's just that you don't give your attention to that and get into that, oh, I just better go and see if the door is open. Just know that your body is trying to, it's not used to it, meditation. It's not used to do these things. So it says, oh, this is not for us. We can't do this. Our body works as an automatic way. It's almost like in automatic, it's like a robot. It becomes the brain to some extent. Our hands do so many things by just knowing. If you take your phone, and you can all kind of tell already, without even seeing or watching or looking or anything, where the numbers are, and you can just unlock your phone just like that, just by the memory that exists in your hands and your body. The motion, okay, this is my code, and you will open. But if we help our body to say, okay, right now we're gonna sit here, we will take care of the rest later. It'll be uncomfortable at the beginning, but you can start in little baby steps. 1 minute, 2 minutes. Eventually, you can go there for an hour or 2 hours. And yet again, sometimes you might feel the need to sit down and meditate. Sometimes you will need just to walk, or doing something like coloring, sewing somewhere, or something that you can just focus where you are. You can be present right here, right now, and become aware of the things that are around you, the sounds, the people, and just pay attention to the sound. Pay attention only to the people, and then just pay attention to your desk, what is in front of you, what is the texture, the color, and you are right there. So there's many ways just to bring your attention, but the intention here is that you can connect with yourself. When you allow yourself to go inwards and just allow yourself to quiet everything around you so that you can hear yourself, it will be easier for you to be more clear. And that's the big key, allowing ourselves to clear our minds and to meditate. And meditation, what it really is listening, right? When we pray, when we ask, it's always sending that information out there. But if we want to receive, we have to quiet our mind. And meditation is the first thing. Listening. Meditation is listening. Listen to your body. Perhaps when you sit down, you cannot cross your legs, and you don't have to sit down with your legs straight. Or if you're sitting down in a chair, just put your feet on the floor flat, or become aware of the things that happen in your body. Your body's just moving, releasing energy, just kind of attuning itself, and just become aware of your body. Don't ignore your body. That's the first thing. What is your body telling you? You need to drink water, you need to sleep, you need to go out for a walk. Becoming aware of those things that we need, it'll be easier for you to be in tune with yourself and knowing that the guidance is there. And again, if you want to, or if you are that lighthouse for someone else, you need to recharge yourself. You cannot help anybody if you have not light yourself. So it's important to look and care for ourselves before we can actually do for somebody else, right? So always the analogy of the airplane. What do they say in the airplane? If the mask comes down, you put it on first, and then your children. And then you will think, no, first my children. But what happens if you're the mask to your children? Then you pass out, and then who's going to help them, right? It's easier for you to do this, and then you can assist them. So assist yourself, and it's not being selfish. It is actually so important to do that in order to be more present and have that energy that we can give to other people. So one more thing they were sharing, to letting go the need, okay, to be always right and control everything, will allow us to be more calm and more relaxed and more present. Letting trust the flow more and invest in the unknown, where the possibilities really are, where the possibilities really exist. So it's important to sometimes just don't too much, because if we do too much, we can sabotage everything for ourselves, and we don't allow the other side, the spirit, our guides, our angels, to do their job. We have to trust the process, and we have to be more flexible in understanding that we cannot always control everything, and being on that state of mind and understanding that the only thing that we can really do in control is how we react to things. Will be so important, and will be the key into transformation, into this new person that you are becoming, because every day you're becoming a new person. So this is a very month. This is a month with so much information and also with so much energy for manifestation, more than ever. And it's so much like, if I could say, it's almost like a vortex right here. It's right here. Anything that you can put in there would just go. So becoming aware of what we're putting into that vortex will be the key for us to manifest the things that we want or not. And knowing that anything that happens in the bigger scale around the world, it is also reflected in our personal lives. And the support, it is the same for all of us. There is guide, there is angels, there is support 24/7. And then you are never, ever alone. And when you are aware of that and you become conscious of that, then you get to see the magic. Ask yourself, why do you do what you do? What is the reason? What is your intention? What is the inspiration? What makes you vibrate? Are you doing things because it's something that you want to do, or doing it for getting the paycheck, or just to fit someone else's perspectives or expectations, right? So it is time to honor more than ever ourselves. And when we align with ourselves, even those people that we might feel like we might lose if we do those things, eventually, they will realize that, that's the right thing to do. It is uncomfortable, but it'll help them as well too. Anything that we do for ourselves will help everybody around us. It's the ripple effect. And we put our frequency higher, they will get their frequency higher. At the beginning, it's gonna be like, oh, what's happening in here? You know, like I don't see what you're seeing. And it's not letting ourselves go either to say, oh, I see things more clearly than you do. No, it's just understanding also the person what it is at that moment, and giving that support and space, because at the right time, they'll be able to move as well coming up here. So being the light for them. And sometimes we want to, and we wish that we can help everyone and say, hey, I discovered this way to do this or that. And free will, it's there. So if someone doesn't want to be helped, we can't do anything unless they are receptive, unless they wanted to. Anything that we might do or say is not going to work out the way we want to. So we will have expectations into how we want to do things. That's why it's important to not control anything and just allow things to just with ease and grace move. And as you go and you focus on yourself and you ask your guides and angels to show you the validations, the sign that you're on the right path, and you are more in tune with yourself, in line with yourself, you are passing on to the other ones. So this is the the message that we got for this month, and I hope this is helpful in a way for you. The intention is that we get to navigate these months and the energies with gentleness and ease, and they don't come so much of a shock, and we are a little bit aware of why maybe we are experiencing this and what could that represent into my life, and where can I look or where do I go. I think that's the best the best assistance that we can have. And so take what it resonates, what it doesn't resonate, and how to flow. It's just, you have to understand that whenever you are presented with something, you have to tune in with yourself and feel, how does that make me feel? Is this information that is good for me or not? Is this what I need or not? And hold it in there, honor that part, because even if it's not at the moment, it might be a little bit later. So it is always how the universe works, and it's just magic. Just by thinking about this moment, sometimes you will just have access to this information again, even if you don't recall word by word, the energy is there. It is already in your energy field, and we can have access to it in any given time just by asking your guide to tune in with that frequency. And it might not come into your mind, it's more for the soul, and the soul will know what to do, and it'll come to you, reveal to you in a way that you're like, oh, this is going to be the way, right? So thank you so much for being here. I wish you all a beautiful end of the year, happy holidays, and I hope you spend lots and lots of time with your loved ones and your family, and write down your wishes, your list. What is it that you would like to do? What would you like to manifest? Your intentions. And I will see you with the Angels Perspective in January. But in the middle of the month, December, I believe it's 20, somewhere around there, I will confirm with you exactly when would that be, or the 18th. We will do the energy attunement with the angels, where I will channel them live. So they will be the ones sharing with us information directly. And I mean, they're here, but they will talk directly at that moment. And they normally go a little bit deeper into what we just had talk about it. This is the energy of the month, but also they will share a little bit more new things, whatever is happening, evolving, and also from the other side as well, towards the energy of cosmic energy, information, news as well, that it will be relevant for us here more than we think, especially in the near future. And so I will see you there. Those ones are via Zoom, so you have to sign in for that. I hope to see you all there. And thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here. Bye for now.